How's it going, everybody? Lucky 7 coming at you with another one. Just out here, and in case you can't tell, it's nighttime over here in the city of Albuquerque. You know what they say, nighttime is the right time. But so this is just a preface to a couple of videos you're about to see that I'm just gonna kind of post them or upload them together on account of they weren't very long and so on. So I thought that I'll make a full strength video out of these sets, and they seem to touch on a lot of the sentiment and everything that sort of unite them together anyway. So without further ado, I hope you enjoy these coming up directly, and here they go. Hello YouTube, it's Lucky Novaria here doing another quick video of a place out here that hasn't been inhabited for some time. For a while there was a location of a Dominos Pizza, and that closed down a little while back. I couldn't really say why. I'd seen some things in the past over here at this place. They tried to put an outlet kind of makeshift store that somebody had there one time that I went to, was selling I don't know how you call it, the things that they used to have at Walmart and when returned, closeout specials or something, I don't know. And then they had a little place right there that were selling like TVs and baseballs and shoes and things. Anyway, just stuff like that was there. And this place has been gone for just a little bit now, and looks like slowly that facility over here that's for storage is kind of taking over maybe some of the spots, if I'm not mistaken. You might recognize this section, I think. No, I'm mistaken. I was thinking that maybe they filmed some of Breaking Bad over here in this area. I'm going to come to some of those places up here in the neighborhood that Breaking Bad was filmed at, and if I find out that this was one of them, I'll let you know, but I think I'm mistaken that they actually filmed here was another place not too far from over here that I'm going to be filming pretty soon. But this little section over here, I remember when I was younger, was a place called Boot Scoots. It was like a nightclub. It's kind of weird that there was a nightclub in this area up here, but there was for a minute. For a few years that people used to go to. I know pretty well that it was right here, despite the fact that a lot of people would probably argue with me. It was definitely over here. I used to direct some folks from my job at Circle K where to go to go grab a drink that's up in this neighborhood. And I said, well, you know, there's the Boot Scoots place over there. So I'm gonna put this down for a minute. When I wake back up over here, I'm going to take a little bit of footage of this area over here that's pretty much abandoned. There goes a car. Hopefully they don't think I'm some kind of, what do they call it, hoodlum or something. All right, be right back with you. Alrighty. So you can see right there where there were some signs. About right there is where the Domino's Pizza was, I think. One of these in here. Maybe it was that one. Could be mistaken. I think it was this one over here, which I'm going to walk to in just a second. This little area right here, which seems pretty nice on the inside. I don't see any real estate information. I don't want to do too much of a commercial for this place. I don't see any no trespassing signs anywhere, so if somebody tells me to leave, I'll just do whatever they say. The only thing they don't like is skateboarders over here. Skateboarding is not a crime. Okay, so this section right here looks like storage units, whereas before that used to be a Domino's Pizza. I'm not going to stick my nose in there too much because I'm sure that would probably make somebody upset, and there's not really anything interesting to see right there that per se. But it looks like they probably were just some storage over there. And I don't know what that area is over there. I'll walk over that way a little bit. I'm gonna bear with me. This one has a weird sign on the door. This one looks more or less like it's secured as some kind of office space instead of the other sections that they kind of turned into how you call it, storage facilities. So anyway, there's not a whole lot to see here, but it's kind of interesting. I guess one thing is interesting about this place is that there has been some other things over here. I guess for me, most notably, over there in that area, it looks like it's less there now. There was that nightclub. I guess I've never been there when I was younger. Wasn't much of a bar hopper. We used to just like to get beer and take it somewhere and go drink it. I don't know. And I wasn't really in the bars a lot, but I got quite a few invites to go over there from some ladies that came in a little bit tipsy when I worked in convenience stores back in the day. Want to go with us and so on. That was probably should have went with them. No, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have. So I hope that maybe you found this video interesting. I'm going to walk over here just a little piece down the road. I want to take a shot of this little convenience store that's been over there for several years. You might recall me speaking about some of the ways that properties are sort of repurposed, if you will. I think most notably in this neighborhood, the Circle K's and 7-Elevens, convenience stores and things seem to be among the biggest things that are, I almost stepped on it, you know what I mean? Ugh. There's some of the most notably ones that are kind of repurposed or whatever reason. They make them like Circle O's or Circle G's or Circle whatever you want in your variety. And this one over here is kind of a little bit of an exception. They've chosen a different name. This store is actually a really, really nice little store that I go to sometimes. They got like the best ice. If you're like an ice fan, they got the best ice over here in the neighborhood. And it smells good when you go in there. It smells like tobacco products, if you know what I mean. So I'll take a little shot of that real fast. I'll zoom in just a little bit so you can see what's going on. We're over here on Chelwood Park. There's a street sign. And behind, just beyond the sign there, you can see a beautiful cell phone tree. Probably is going to come across like a real tree on the video. Or maybe not, I don't know. I think they did a pretty good job on that one. Anyway, this one's called the Shop and Go Food Mart. It says open. I don't think that they're open all the time though. I've seen it closed. I'm going to speak up a little bit because all the traffic coming now. Everybody's on the rush hour home here. But yeah, if you have a chance, that's a pretty nice little store if you happen in the neighborhood over there. They don't know me or anything. But I give props to them for being a really nice store, customer service-wise. And got a like variety of handy things over here in the neighborhood to pick up on your way home. If you happen to need a bag of ice, I highly recommend the ice over there. That just about does it for this one. Walking back over there where I kind of started out from. And Of course, if you like these kind of videos, I'm just trying to pick this thing up off of the ground from where I started the channel like 11 or 12 years ago. It's been on YouTube since 2008 or something like that, January 2008. So coming up on 12 years. I started putting videos like within the first year there. Most of them were kind of goofy videos, like about me collecting guns and stuff. But more and more I'm trying to turn the channel into a place where I can like explore some of these like somewhat like abandoned places or whatever, places that I think are pretty interesting that like I said, they'll probably get torn down sometime in the future. And it'd be a shame to me to think that some of these places that I saw in my lifetime, and new places will just be built where they used to be and nobody will ever really know it was there. And something about that kind of like, it kind of bothers me. And I've been thinking about this for a long time. And I had the thought some time ago, and now after several places did get torn down, I'm like kind of compelled to go ahead and go for it, even though I kind of probably look like a big goofball. But all of the best to you. God bless. If you like the videos, go ahead and give it a chance by subscribing, or like the video, or pass it along to somebody that maybe lives in this neighborhood or likes to look at this kind of stuff. There's like this truck over here that keeps following me around. I don't know what's going on with that, but it's kind of weird. It's a nice truck. I wish it was mine, but maybe it will follow me home or something like that. But anyway, guys, all the best to you. God bless, and have a great one. See you in the next one. Hey, everybody. YouTube, back at it with another little video here that I'm doing in a series of abandoned places. This place was abandoned some time ago, and now it's not there anymore. So I was on the way from the last video, honestly. Just made it not too long ago, a few minutes ago. And I was talking about places that I sure wish that I had footage of that got torn down. And one of the places certainly would have been a place that was right there. It was an International House of Pancakes. And here's the parking lot to the place. In the background over there, there's a grocery store that's changed names quite a few times, but probably one of, if not the nicest grocery stores in town, if you ask me, is that Albertsons Market over there. Anyway, I don't really get to shop over there that much because it's too expensive for this guy. But it's a nice grocery store as far as like the inside and everything goes, and the people are always like pretty cool with you and everything. So back in the day, it was like a Furs and a Safeway, all the other stuff, and there's a Safeway over there. Anyway, this neighborhood's changed like a billion times since that time or whatever. I remember that Lowe's in the distance over there. I don't know if you can see it too well off of this, but back in the day, that was a place, man, that was a lot of things. It was a Save and Gain. Then it was a Valley Furniture Warehouse. I think it was a Safeway to start off with. And it got torn down, and before it got torn down, I went in there with my brother and kind of went exploring. They had a Laughs Comedy Club. There's a Sonic Drive-In over there that I actually opened up when I was a kid. I went to high school up the road, and I actually was one of the first employees at that one, and now it's been there for like 20 plus years. And anyway, I'm standing where I would have been standing when I was a teenager. We used to come here and get coffee when there was a curfew to have kids home, you know, by like midnight or 11 o'clock or something. We used to come here. The cops would be here drinking coffee and breakfast or whatever, you know, dinner, whatever. And they wouldn't say nothing to us. You know, it was pretty cool, but there was a curfew at that time. They probably thought we were much older because we smelled like alcohol. Or maybe we didn't, I don't know. But yeah, this was the IHOP back in the day, and then they turned it into a couple different kinds of kitchens, and to say the least, I'm kind of sad that it's not here anymore, because that was a part of me growing up, you know, international burritos and coffee in the middle of the night. Anyway, I'm gonna put this down for a second, and I'm gonna get over in there and take some photos around here, so you can kind of see some of the finer points. But bear with. Right there, you got the front of the place. That would have been the IHOP, and we used to like park over there. That was our favorite place to park and get out. But the front doors, you could probably tell, are like right in here somewhere, I think. There's like the handicap spot with the... This is one of those places that just got torn down. They couldn't make it a restaurant anymore. I don't know. It was a couple different things. The last thing was that Saucy Bistro, which maybe it got mixed reviews. I don't know. I wanted to come try it because it's an Italian bistro. I got a thing for Italian places for some reason. And this place over here, geez, I don't even know if it's open or empty or what. I'm gonna go peek. I thought it was open for the longest time, but it looks like it's not. I'm gonna poke my head in there. I can tell you what this used to be. This used to be a 1-hour photo. I think that it started life as like a Fox photo, if that makes sense to you, if you know what those are. But then it ended its reign as a Wild Bill's Fast Cash. Oh, there's a lot of additional information there that I'm not gonna like advertise. Maybe they don't want me to see that. Some additional parking. A gas station that's changed names several times. And over there across the street, there's a mechanics place that was a gas station that's been repurposed. Kind of like I was leading off into other videos about buildings being repurposed all the time. That one's been repurposed. You know, that's probably just something that happens all over the place, and I'm just oblivious to it, but I just extra commentary, I guess. To me, it's interesting to see places become something else, and then your kids never know exactly what it was to begin with, and you know, maybe people out there didn't, you know, it was something else that I didn't even know about beforehand. I don't know. There's some beautiful cactus out there in the front. I'm gonna try and zoom in. I'm going to take a peek in this building here, and we'll see what's going on the inside. Okay, generally speaking, that just looks like an empty space now. It used to be a drive-through photo place. Now it's an empty building. What's going to happen with it, I don't know. It looks like it's been an empty building for a long time, though, as far as I can tell. I thought it was still open as whatever this title cash loan office thing was. But evidently it's not. It's got a big crack in the window, so I need to put my mitts and fingerprints all over it just in case. Call me paranoid. Take a little walk over here. See what's going on back here in this little section of it. There's like some kind of cat feeder thing over here. What you got there is a contraption. I don't know what it is. Some graffiti. Says private property, so I'll get out of here. I didn't know that until I read that. So anyway, this is what you would do if you wanted your photos in an hour. You drive over here and ding ding. Hi, can I help you? Yeah. I got these photos. I was just wondering how long it would take to process these over here. Well, did you read the sign? Oh, yeah, I did read the sign, but no, I was just making sure. Is that an hour? Oh, yeah, usually it's about an hour. Nobody's ever seen that process there. That's how they put the gas in the ground. That goes into your pump and into your car. Well, there it is, everybody. There's a little mail slot in the window and a place to drop your film, just in case they happen to be closed. I wonder if I well, that's a quality item somebody left there. I wonder if I dropped a roll of 35 millimeter or some 110 or some disc film in there, that wonder how long it would take to get it back. Probably more than an hour, I bet. Alrighty, I'm signing out here because I gotta go pick up some family members from their respective places of employment. And I'm proud of my family for doing the right thing, working and continuing their education. That's a whole nother story that maybe I'll talk about sometime, but in the interim, I want to thank you for watching these videos. If you find it in your heart to subscribe to these, I want to get up to the amount of subscribers where I can kind of make this channel like a big deal. A lot of the stuff I'm going to be doing is orientated towards activism and nonprofit kind of stuff or whatever. I'm not going to try and generate a lot of revenue or anything from this kind of thing, but I sure would like it to be sort of get a few views or something, to say the least, outside of the, most of my videos have like 100 views or something like that. If they started to balloon up because this was something of interest, I would do a lot more of these. And they're a heck of a lot of fun, so I'll be doing more of them soon. Look forward to probably seeing at least one video every day or every other day or something like that. It's not a promise or anything, but thank you so much for checking it out. I'm Lucky7 signing out. I'll see you soon in the next one. God bless, and God bless you, and I hope you have a great day. I wear my sunglasses at night.